one of the joys of working with this orchestra is that you get students and also community members, just all kind of levels of instrumental playing, all kinds of experiences, different levels of experiences, as well as different characters, different personality, and also different style of music that they have experiences in. And it's always really sad, and also happy that they have finished school, but then always sad to say goodbye to students, because it's, even though we're only meeting once a week, it's kind of a special kind of gathering that we're sort of getting together. For most of them are coming in just with the goodness of their hearts, and they just want to play music. So we have one graduating senior, Evan Roberts, who did beautiful viola solo at the beginning of Waltz No. 2, he's not graduating yet, but he's going study abroad, so this will be his last concert, and he's been with us for 3.5 years, and thank you for all of you, all of your hard work and your input, and Evan has his sense of humor, right? We know that, right? So we'll definitely miss that, and thanks for being here. So if we could just clap for... All right, so the last piece, already the last piece, is called Capriol Suite for Orchestra. This is kind of an unusual one to end the concert, sort of going back to more of the Renaissance kind of sound. But he's actually a 20th century composer who was very much interested in sort of the older kind of works, and his music, this Capriol Suite, is based on a collection of Renaissance dances, a manual for Renaissance dances that was written in the 1500s, so it goes way back. And so he sort of writes, Peter Warlock actually writes a preface to his music too. If you know Attorney Respighi, he wrote Ancient Airs and Dances, and there were a few composers in the 20th century that wrote pieces based on the kind of what they call as ancient Renaissance music, but a lot of the times they were doing it more with taking the original melody, harmonizing it mostly in kind of original way, but using a kind of much more full 20th century orchestra. Whereas Peter Warlock, he stays more true to the original theme, but he adds his own harmony to it, his own take on the music, so it's very much original sounding. Especially the second to last piece is actually not in the collection of pieces that he was, the collection of the book that he was referring to, and so it's mostly like his original work there. These different form of Renaissance dances that you'll be hearing today have very different characters, but it's really interesting to note that the first 4 movements are all in minor key to our ears. It's more modal in a way, but if you want to analyze it, they're all in minor keys. And dances in minor key, what's up with that, right? Like today I played the Waltz No. 2, that was also in the minor. Not only because I like the minor keys, but then this piece, you probably wouldn't really realize that it's in a minor sad dance or anything like that. It's actually much more lively. In Basset dance, the first one is more of when you don't like go to one side with your lifting your foot, but you're kind of sliding to, and you hear this bass line being, I mean, you can't just roll around the bass, right? So it's heavier, and you hear those kind of characters there. Whereas the last piece, Matashan, is a sword dance. You hear this kind of like pom pom, like fighting between the upper strings and lower strings. And then you also hear the second to last movement, Pierre en l'air, is mostly like very peaceful and tranquil, and you don't feel like it's going anywhere, but it's just really peaceful and just something that you can enjoy. Pavan is also kind of a slow in-2 dances, and Tourbillon and Umbral are considerably the hardest that we have in this collection of pieces, but you hear a different kind of articulations being brought out. So if you can think about what the dance moves would go with the articulations and harmonies that we're creating here, I think it'll be much more fun to listen to. So here is Capriol Suite, Peter Warlock, and thank you again for coming out tonight, and we would love to see you and mingle with you and talk about the program today and everything like out there. So please join us for the reception. Okay, here is Capriol Suite for Orchestra.